Okay. You're live, it says. I gotta open it up so I can have the chat room open and actually see what people are saying, because it doesn't show up on this thing for very long. Is it live? It doesn't show up on the list. Oh. Oh, I know why. I have to do this the old-fashioned way. I gotta go to the channel. I don't know why it does that. That's like the stupidest thing ever. Why can't it just show up in my video list? Which is where it belongs. There it is. Live now. Speakers are off, so I'm not going to get blasted by my own voice, which is great, because I hate the sound of my own voice. If you couldn't tell, you probably can't, because I sure like letting my lips flap for a fair amount. This was supposed to happen yesterday, but it didn't, so now it's happening today. And you are looking at a bus with a scissor lift attached to it. Okay, one viewer, it says. That's probably me, and the chat room's not loading. Oh, now it loaded. Now there's 2 people here. Somebody thumbed it up already. Wow. Usually it takes like 5 minutes for people to get here. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so obviously we're going to get to malware testing at some point today. So what we're going to do, or what I am going to do, is if we go over here, avoiding looking at most of the mess at least, I have this set up. I'm not sure if anybody remembers this. This is that compact Presario 5000. I have a video light. I wonder if I could turn the video light on. Nope, that's not going to help me. The video light is right there. Enable the flash. Compact Presario 5000. I don't remember the specs on this either. It's been so long since I've used it. I think it's a 800 megahertz Pentium 3 with some unknown amount of memory. You know what? I'm going to turn it on here. If I could get this camera off this stupid tripod, I'm going to fire it up. If I can. Okay. Put this on this tripod. Hopefully without giving everybody vertigo. Although this certainly looks like Jello Vision. One of those Jello videos. Because this tripod sucks. You know, I hate tripods. I really do. It's like, God curse the guy that made tripods as difficult to use as they did. Turn it on. Find out I didn't hook up the monitor correctly. Figure out which key it is that I need to push to go into the BIOS, because I don't remember. So I'll just push them all. Spam them all. It's probably going to, like, complain at me in a second. F10 to get into setup. It's F10, you know. It's a different key for every computer that exists. Oh, this is running one of the newer ones. I wonder if you can see that. Let me adjust this tripod a little bit. So what do we actually have? Pentium 3800, look at that. I was actually correct. Wow. 384 megabytes of memory. Let's see if we can zoom a little bit so you can see that a little better. System ROM from 2000. I should probably update that, if possible. And it's running Windows 98. So I was going to use this for malware testing. It turned itself back on. No, off. Because I'm not going to get to you yet. It's only 2:02. I got things to talk about. Lots of things to talk about. So, once again, forgive me for the vertigo vision. I'm going to take this off the tripod and figure out where I put the other one. This cheap thing. And put it back in place. And we'll talk about things. It's almost May. Yeah, I can't believe it's already almost May. We're already 5 months into 2018. Can you believe that? 5 months into the year 2018. It's ridiculous how fast time passes. I haven't really done anything yet. I'm trying to put this somewhere where it doesn't fall over. So now you get to look at me. Well, not really. I'm mostly out of the frame. Which is arguably a good thing. Now you can see me. I need to get this hair cut. I'm tired of it. It's difficult to keep, you know, It's unruly now, and this is after I've dealt with it. I can't keep it, straight. I gotta stop that because that is gonna drive me nuts. Watching me flailing my arms around like this on the thing over there because I've got it open. I have this right here so I can actually look at the chat room and I can see everything that you're saying. So, what is going on? What do I have planned? Well, I have 2 weeks off of work. 2 weeks of vacation, which is great because I'm really starting to get tired of the place. But that really doesn't mean I got a whole lot of stuff planned for YouTube, because I don't. I actually don't have anything planned. So, well, it will be very interesting. There's a share button on here, I think. I wonder what happens if I push share. So if all of a sudden the stream stops when I push this button, well, yeah, that doesn't do what I want it to do. Okay, I'd have to go to another application in order to do that. And I probably will stop the stream, so let's not do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the link the old-fashioned way. Figure out what it actually is. Of course, I don't think there's anybody that's really paying attention, because usually I do these things on Fridays at like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whatever. Actually, it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, well, 8 or 9, and it runs for either an hour or 2 hours, something like that. And that's when I do these things. But I missed it yesterday because I was asleep. So instead, we're doing it now. And I'm talking about... I had a whole list of things that I wanted to talk about on this particular live stream. And I have forgotten pretty much every single one of them. But I think one of the big things I actually wanted to talk about was a lack of viewers on these videos. You know what I know? I don't know if I mentioned it in the last one. But have you looked at any of my recent videos lately? I used to be able to count on, like, 30, 25, 30, whatever people watching the computer videos, at least, that I upload. I'm getting 15 now. Oh, yeah, 15 people actually care about the stuff I upload. It's amazing. I've got 968 people subscribed to this channel, and 15 of them care about the videos I upload. What does that tell you about the guy that's uploading the videos? Well, I don't really need to know any of that, because I already do know it. But it makes you wonder. It really does. What is the address of this? I'm trying to share this, the old-fashioned way by typing the URL out into a chat room. Share it with people who might actually care. Let's see. What is the address? Hello? Basically, I'm just shooting the shiznit right now. I don't really have a whole lot, because I've got time to do this. So I'm going to just take my sweet time. I hope I typed that out right. I'll share that, and maybe, just maybe, we might get like 2 or 3 other people who actually watch this, which ought to be cool. I noticed that a lot of people disappeared as soon as I started talking about viewers on my videos. So it makes you wonder, I can see all the people here. There are 2 people that are watching this. And what else was I going to talk about? Oh, there's still ice all over the place outside. So even though it is warming up nicely, so I'll probably actually be getting the bicycle out on either Monday or Tuesday, because it's supposed to be in the 60s if you use the imperial measurements. Of course, if you use English measurements, what is it? Let's go ahead and have a look. I'm sure that somebody, either in the live chat room right now or somebody after the fact is going to come after me for calling it imperial versus English. It's a joke, people. The number of times I get comments about that. Imperial is English, Yes, I know that. That's technically true, but I'm not in the U.S., so to me, imperial's not really English. If you think about it from that perspective. In the case, from the sense of it's not my natural language. I mean, I know it. And I tend to use imperial for, things like temperatures because, hey, it makes everything seem warmer. Why not use it? Okay, apparently I don't actually have that on here. I've got all this technology sitting all over, but you know what? I've got a computer sitting right in front of me. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the computer. We are going to grab our mouse, which is right here. Go over this. Make a new window. and we're going to have a look at the weather. What is it going to be? Yeah, this is a great thing, isn't it? 17 degrees, 18 degrees, holy crap. We haven't seen this kind of weather in, like, decades. Okay, that's not quite true, but I think they said it was like 100 days or something like that. Yeah, it's been a while since it's been this warm, so I'm going to be making the most out of my week of vacation. Unfortunately, it's supposed to rain for most of it, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to make use of the days where it is not raining, such as 17 and 18. So, great weather. We'll be using that as an excuse to go out, maybe do some riding. I don't know, I might go take the camera and go riding around in the Mick Hood, see if I can find anything interesting that's worth making a video of. Probably not. Usually when I make bicycle videos, it turns out like crap because of all the wind noise and whatever. I don't have a mount for the bike, and I don't really care, you know? I'm more focused on making sure I don't fall off or screw around with traffic than I am with making a video, so such is the way that things go. Okay, so what else was I going to mention? YouTube videos. What do I have planned? I really don't have a whole lot. I mean, I need to take that camera out, the Sharp View Cam, take that out, go use that outside. It's telling me there's 4 people watching this, but I only see 2 people in the chat room. Good job, YouTube. It's not like that. Nothing else in their website's already broken. But other than that, I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot. The Macintosh, oh yeah, that reminds me that I used it in the last video. And mess ahoy. This thing, I have a feeling that it actually doesn't work. Because I screwed around with it for way longer than I really should have. That night, last night I did a live show, which was on, what, last Friday? I think it was last Friday. Yeah, it was last Friday. So, like, last week. Played around with it a little bit more, and I couldn't get it working with anything. So, either the drives are bad, or the cable is bad. Although I tried it with another cable and it didn't work then either, so probably not. Or the IDE channel's bad, which is excellent because it's only got 2 of those. And I need one of them for the optical drive. So that thing's probably screwed. Unless I can figure out what's going on with it. I had to take the drives out and hit them with D-band or something. And that'll probably take care of it. I've had this problem before where it was doing that, and I don't remember what I did to fix it. Which is terrible, because now I could actually use that knowledge. It's like 640 kilobytes of RAM, but 1 terabyte of swap space. So, such is the way that things go. IDE, Integrated Drive Electronics. Let's have a history lesson. Actually, let's not. It's a way to connect hard drives to computers, pretty much. That's the long and short of it. It's old. They don't use it anymore. But because I'm old school, and I've got like hundreds of thousands of these things, I use it. I've even got the cables just sitting around, lying all over the place. Like, here, look at this. I could get you one right now. Yay! Who cares about that crap? Alright, so, yeah, the one person who just left probably doesn't care about that. I can see who's watching this and when you leave, so there is that. It's probably somebody who actually can't get it to work, because I know that half the time this YouTube thing doesn't actually work for people. So, put this back on the tripod again with the vertigo vision going on, because this tripod is a piece of tat. Are you going to work anytime? Man, this thing is pants. What is wrong with you? I could use some pretty unprofessional language right about now, but I'm not going to. Because this is supposed to be family friendly. Okay, there is something wrong with this tripod. And I am not having any of it. Well, the other option would be to... Yeah. Okay, maybe 90% of this video would be just me screwing around with a tripod. Okay, well, that is more than good enough for me, so... Where is my stick of malware? I can just about guarantee you that this is not going to work. And I'm probably going to have to go find it, fire up another machine, and put this on a floppy, but I'm going to try it anyway. So we will let it start up. I will sit back, and we're going to begin testing, because it's been 15 minutes. So, 2 weeks of vacation. Those of you that actually do care, well, about the low-end radio broadcasts that I do. Oh boy. When was the last time I used this? Is it actually correct? Wow, it's correct. That is amazing. Okay. Of course, all of the other stuff is wrong, like the color depth, but I bet I can't change that because it doesn't have the driver loaded. That hard drive is really annoying. Standard PCI graphics. I could change it to 2 colors. You know what? I'm going to try that. I got to reboot. No, forget it. So, USB stick is going into the computer. If this works, I will be amazed. Does it matter which thing I plug it into? USB disk 2.0. Hooray, second ever USB disk. Oh boy. Please tell me I don't need the Windows 98 disk. Search for the best driver. Specify a location. I was trying to read the floppy. I don't care about that. C, Windows. It's usually an INF. I don't know why it's not there. System, no. Well, it's not there, I can tell you that. Let's look in system. Nope. Okay, that was a waste of time. As I expected, that isn't going to work. So now what? Well, now I had to fire up another computer. Or, no I don't. No, I don't have to do that at all. What I can do is as follows. Once again, take this off the tripod. Wow, it looks really dark in here. It's only been like 17 minutes and it's insanely dark. Put it back on this tripod. This is probably going to be a common thing that I do throughout this live stream. I keep wanting to call it a video. I mean, I guess it's a video, but it's live. People are watching this live. 4 people are watching this live. I don't know what you people are doing with your life, but you should probably do something else. Instead of watching this crap. Alright, give me that. Go back over here. Disable the antivirus, which is a great thing to do, by the way. I highly recommend it. Please don't do this. Of course, you can't see what I'm doing because this tripod is a piece of trash. Okay, well, let's try this. Maybe you could see a little bit more if I... No, not really. Go ahead and open this up. I'm going to try and get this so you can see it. Real-time protection. Turn it off. Yes. Now it will complain very bitterly. And what we're going to do... Unplug that, because I don't need that. Plug this in here. Oh, I need a floppy drive. Well, at least I have this. I have this open. Look at these. What's in here? Okay, so there's nothing particularly... What is this doing in here? Anyway, yeah, I've got everything I need on here. So I'm going to make a new folder called Live Test. So we'll just go put that in there. I need a floppy drive. Why am I doing that? I'm not even putting it on this drive. So I gotta find my USB floppy drive now, which could be an exercise in futility, so I'm gonna talk a little bit more, I guess. I've had thoughts, and I think I mentioned this when I have this USB floppy drive. I don't think it works, though. I've had thoughts off and on about opening up a Patreon account. Like I said in the last stream, I really don't agree with any of the things that Patreon is built on. Like, I don't really subscribe to the belief that exclusive content is, oh, there's the floppy drive, is at all useful. I don't like exclusive content. I don't like releasing content early. I believe that everybody has got an equal and shared right, which is like the clumsiest way of phrasing that, to watch the same content that everybody else is watching. So, well, why am I thinking about it? Well, you know, this notion that if I manage to get the people that watch the videos, which is about 15 folks on a regular basis that watch the videos, if I can get all 15 of these people to give me $1 a month to watch the videos, then I would have my YouTube revenue back. I don't know if I can even talk about that on YouTube, but you want to know how little I actually care? It's not like they're going to demonetize me anyway, because I'm not monetized. Well, I'm getting closer, at 968. I think somebody mentioned that a while back. I know I saw a comment about it. Okay, so I need a floppy diskette too, don't I? Well, I got a lot of those. That's not an issue at all. I'll just take one of these Second Life recycled discs. I really gotta wonder how good these actually are, but they seem to be working, so I'm not complaining. Alright. Plug USB cable into USB floppy drive. I really need to fix this setup. I have this. This is like the jankiest thing ever. Check this out. Let's see if I can actually do this without destroying something. This is the board out of a Mac. It was intended for a Macintosh USB floppy drive for a Mac. The floppy drive died, and this drive was too big to fit in the enclosure. So I said, screw it. I took this out of the enclosure. I threw away the enclosure because I'm never going to use it again, and I taped this to the back of the drive. It works, so you can't complain about that. But man, is it ever, just like the worst setup ever. And now I'm hitting buttons. Alright, so plug in USB connection. Can use USB floppy drive. Now, can we? That seems to be working. It's making my redneck keyboard light blink every time it seeks, so this could go very well. So I'm just going to read that floppy. YE data USB FDU USB device. I think it's called a flash buster, actually, which is kind of funny because flash is what killed this. It's empty. So what are we going to test? Well, non-destructive things. Because I don't want to reload the operating system because that takes forever. So, well, that's in the way now, isn't it? Colorbug isn't destructive, so we'll go ahead and copy that. It's 54 kilobytes, so that'll fit just fine. Oh yeah, it's not working, is it? Not enough power. Well, let's solve that problem. Unplug that. Plug it directly into the computer, where it should have almost infinite amounts of power available. Okay, now I gotta open that back up again. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of space left on my phone, if you couldn't already tell. Actually, it's not even that one, that's this one. So, still says there's only 2 people watching on this page. How could you be so wrong? I don't understand that. I don't get it. Whatever. Piece of trash. Typical YouTube. Oh, but it says it copied. Really? Did it copy? No, it didn't. Well, now it did. So, what else can we test? Something that is not destructive. Muldall is not destructive, but I don't remember which one it was. Ah, crap. I don't remember which variant was the one. Where is it? It should be in here. I want it, man. Give it to me. Oh, crap. Is it A? Maybe it's A. Well, we can always find out. 80 kilobytes. Yeah, it probably is. Change it to EXE. This is not safe. Don't do this. And yeah, it is. Okay, rename. So we'll deactivate it. So that way if I accidentally double click it, it won't run. What else is... That's very destructive, so we're not going to test that. What else is not destructive? I was having this thought to myself earlier, and I couldn't actually figure it out. You know, I've never tested HD fill. But I'm a little concerned that might overwrite something, so I'm not going to try that. Arctic Bomb is very destructive, so we won't do that. Batch files. Let's ignore that. I don't know. What's in here? Oh, most of this is just macro viruses. I don't have Word on that thing, and I'm not installing Word because I don't feel like it. That'll take forever. So let's see. Viruses usually overwrite things, so let's just not do that. So let's see. If you want to see more of these, which I don't understand why, they're usually on at like 9 p.m.-ish Eastern on Friday evenings. Yeah. But I missed it yesterday because I was asleep. So, well, now we're here. Wasting time because I can't figure out if any of these things don't destroy files, because I do not want file destruction. I don't want to reinstall Windows. Love letter is destructive. Let's not use that. Worker, on share. Those are destructive. Okay, you know what? Let's just leave it at that for a few minutes. And we will take our newly infected floppy diskette and take off tripod. I'll format this before I put it back in the box because, well, that's the safe thing to do. In you go. So we'll test 2 first. See how long that takes us. Some of these are really cool. You know, it's kind of strange calling malware cool, you know, because it's not very, you know, you don't want it. But, you know, back in these days, in the Windows 98 days, the DOS days, you know, the 90s, the 80s, before malware became, like, ransomware and let's just steal everybody's money as silently as possible, which is what they're doing now. Why is this tripod so stupid? Like, what on earth is going on? I don't know why this thing is doing that right now. But anyway, so, what are we going to test first? You better see my floppy disk, or I'll destroy you. Alright, so we'll copy these over here. And I can eject the floppy, because I don't need it anymore. At least not theoretically. I might need it again, because I think I actually have to install Visual Basic on this for Malware to work. And... hold on a minute. I wonder if I might. Yeah, oh yeah, I do, because I can see the whole name. So... rename that, and here's the first one, Color Bug, which is really cool. And you'll see why in just a bit. If you've got epilepsy or are sensitive to lights, please do not watch this part of the video after the fact, or tune out, because this might get a little interesting. So let's run it. And nothing happens. At all. Just you wait. Let's reboot the machine. And watch, this won't work. It's worked every time, but it probably won't work now because it's on camera. This is the first time I've ever run this on a physical computer, though. Suspense is killing me. Oh, wow. That changed our settings. Okay, well, maybe it didn't actually work. Yeah, it doesn't look like that actually worked. That's not colorful. It's black and white. Oh, I know what happened. I changed it before to, yeah. Let's try that again. Changed it to black and white and forgot to reboot, and I guess it remembered that I did that, so. Now, the usual suspects that are here at these live streams are not paying any attention whatsoever. Oh yeah, there we go. Looks like a nice hot pink background color. Bright blue. Looks like blue text. Cyan text. This would look a lot better if this had the high color driver installed, but... oh yeah. Lime green. Looks like red text or some shade of pink. Let's go open up something. You can see some more colors. Yellow. It's messed up our color scheme. Done so in a deliciously devious way. Random colors. You can't even read this text. Well, I can. Man, that's rather difficult to read. Can you see that? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you can't read the text over there because it changed it to white. So it just blends right in. Now, this is very easy to reverse. All you gotta do is go in here. No, not there. Go to Appearance, change to something else, and then change it back. Just like that. Everything is now back to normal. It does drop a registry key. Don't remember where. I'm thinking current user, current version run. So local machine, software, Microsoft Windows, current version run. So that it runs itself on startup, but there's a bug in it, and it doesn't drop itself into the correct location, so it will not run again unless you run it. So, yeah, there it is. cb.exe. So, but if we try and find, it doesn't show up. Unless, well, I could probably actually look in the right place, and maybe then it would show up. Nope, doesn't show up. So, failed to drop itself. So we'll just delete that. And we can get rid of this, because I don't need it. Yes, I want to delete it. Go away. I already have it on that floppy. I didn't move them, so. Now this one is a little bit more complicated. It's actually a worm, but I've never been able to get the email spreading routine that it uses to work. You can see the key icon, which is really cool. It's not high color, but I don't think it's going to matter. And it wants VB6. So I'm going to have to put VB6 on this thing. Where'd the floppy disk go? Where'd the floppy disk go? Where's my floppy disk? Awesome. Yeah, this stuff always just disappears. I set it down, and poof. Nowhere to be found again. I don't understand why that happens. I still haven't managed to import any of the videos that I recorded last week because I've been busy with work. Work was hell last week. You know, usually they give me a lot of hours. They didn't this time, which was a blessing, but I think I would have rather had a lot of hours because, oh man, that was terrible. Meetings after meeting after meeting after meeting. And they weren't very, mostly one-on-one meetings. And it drives you nuts that these people don't understand what they're doing. Why we're having a meeting. Why are we having this meeting? They don't understand that. They think, I'm calling them in for a one-on-one meeting because they're going to get fired. So they've got to, prove to me that they shouldn't be fired. No. If you were going to be fired, then I would be, in a lot different reaction than that. But, I certainly wouldn't do it near the end of a quarter. So, is this the floppy disk? Maybe this is the diskette that I'm looking for. I don't know. It's kind of buried. Let's find out. Well, it's empty. Awesome. So, no, that's not the diskette I'm looking for. I have no idea where it went. Did I put it on the ground? Where would I have put it? It's a good question. I don't have time to waste, so I'm just going to use this one. And what on earth happened over here? For whatever reason, that full screened. Oh man, this will just barely fit on a floppy. This VB6 installer. Awesome. That is just pure awesome right there. Paste that in. Enjoy the slow floppiness. And it says there are now 5 people watching this crap. But yet when I go over here to the participants list, there are 2 people. Actually, there's 3, but myself is one of them, so, well, whatever. Still trying to copy over to that floppy. I'd love to know where the first one went, because I need to find it so I can format it. Of course, it figures. I need to do something with it, and it disappears. Always. Story of my freaking life. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm ejecting the floppy. So, now, go ahead and install VB 6.0, which probably won't work, even though this is supposed to work. Seriously? I don't think so. I don't think so. You're not getting away with that. Windows 98, folks. One of the worst operating systems ever. Unknown caused an exception in module unknown at this memory address. Due to restrictions, you're useless. I hate this operating system. Probably trash the disk by doing that. Yeah. Could this get any worse? Probably. Maybe this floppy drive is messed up. Maybe the disk is messed up now. Oopsie. Yeah, I really shouldn't have done that. You won't get any, disagreement from me that Windows Millennium Edition is the worst operating system ever made, but Windows 98 is a very close second. Not only does it have that stupid, bastardized Internet Explorer shell, but it doesn't work. Every time I go to use it, it screws up. I don't know what this is doing, but it is not in any alignment with the plan that I have. Alright. Screw that mess. I'm going to go find another floppy. And we'll just copy onto another floppy. Yeah, these Second Life diskettes. So great. Whoa. Yeah, I'm really starting to wonder if this floppy disk actually works. This drive is functional. Windows is all kinds of screwed up right now. Well, that has something on it. Now let's just delete all the things that are on it. Actually, let's not. That's not really a good idea. Wait till it stops reading, and then I'll eject it. And I'm missing a hard drive. Man, everything could go wrong at will. Yeah, this drive is screwed up. I don't know how that happened. 6 people are now watching me swear about a floppy diskette drive. Oh man. Let's try floppy diskette number 3. Well, actually, what you're watching right now is a computer screen. The Windows Explorer is all kinds of... Oh, I know why the hard drive is missing, because I unplugged it so I could plug the floppy drive in. Go figure. Sometimes the obvious really just escapes me. So now we'll copy that over to that floppy. We'll try this again. All I want to do is install Visual Basic 6 so I can run this piece of malware that will destroy the computer. Okay, not really, but it will still do something interesting. I've already tested it, so those of you that actually pay attention to that malware testing channel will know what it does. Okay. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Alright. You can stop reading anytime. It's still trying to read. Why? I don't know what it's trying to read. It can stop any minute now. At great risk of destroying another floppy diskette, I'll just unplug the drive. Floppy diskette, man. Sometimes it makes you wonder. This probably will not work. That is a lot more promising, though. It's actually copying something. Wow. Isn't that nice, Jello vision? Yeah. I could go for some Jello right about now. Be a nice thing to have. Not that it matters. This tripod is really starting to piss me off. What is this thing doing? Whatever. You know what? I don't care anymore. Stupid. Visual Basic 6.0 runtime. Yes. Please type the place you want to store the extracted files. Sure, put it in the temporary directory. That's a great place to put it. Except it didn't do anything. You'd think, for a minute. Here we go. Reboot the machine. Eject the floppy so it doesn't try and boot from it. And now comes the moment of truth. It's not connected to my network. And I know that because this is the only spare Ethernet cable I have. And it's not connected. So, yeah, a lot of people said that Windows Vista was terrible, and I won't disagree with them. But when Service Pack 2 came out, it really fixed a lot of the problems that Windows Vista had. Does it look like I care about that? Yeah. So, here we go. Let's bust this thing. Just read the floppy. Nothing happened. Although there is some pretty intense drive activity going on right now. System is slowed down a little bit. Actually, it's slowed down a lot. Oh, wow, look at that. So our desktop just filled up with keys. You might think that these are shortcuts. If we can look, the worm itself is 80 kilobytes in size. And these are also 80 kilobytes in size. So, it's filling up your desktop with all of these, and you are running out of disk space. So, we can see 412. Let's see, can I zoom on this? Oh, no, not really, but I will try this. 412 megabytes. We go ahead and cancel that and reopen it. 475 megabytes. This is going to take forever, so I'm not going to let this go. You can see the system's really sluggish. Hard drive light is on almost constantly. Well, not really anymore, but you know, you get the idea. So, yeah, denial of service attack. God, I love it. It's in your face, too. Yeah, this is back when malware was in your face like that. It's not like these days, when the only thing that malware is supposed to do is be as silent as possible and steal all your credit card information. So, let's see. I know it drops itself in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. luckkey.exe. Right there. Oh, you could see it. And again, it's 80 kilobytes in size. So, anyway. Let's see if it drops itself in the registry. If we can. The system is not really responding to me. Maybe it dropped itself in the registry. I don't remember. But I'm going to delete that key so I can at least clean this mess up. Although, you know, the naive way to clean the mess up would be to go over here to the MS-DOS prompt. Go to your desktop. You can see all the files. Well, you can't really read it, but there's a lot of files there. That's going to take forever. So we'll cancel that. Assuming you have no executables on your desktop, this will work. I mean, we do, but I don't care about them, so we'll just delete them. And, you know, you think you're good to go. And then you have a look and, oh, wow, it's filling up your desktop with even more of them. Yay! Exciting stuff. So, I want to make sure that it's not going to start itself up on startup, although if I delete the file, it won't do it. I might as well just clear it up completely. No. Alright. So, I don't know. Maybe it registers itself with something. We're going to go ahead and delete this. I wonder if I could Control-Alt-Delete. Oh, disabled Task Manager. Well, did it disable Task Manager? If I can find it. Taskman. Oh, it doesn't even show up. Yep. So... yeah, look at all those files. They're everywhere. Man. Yeah, they... oh, wow. It's so sluggish it can't even do that. Okay, so anyway, that's enough of that mess. Let's reboot it. Project 1, program not responding. Who cares? That's the name of the malware executable, so... it's not something I ran, I don't care about it. Be the typical user response to that. So now, with any luck, it won't start up again. Just blithely assuming that I've cleaned it. And they could always boot into DOS mode and delete all the files from there. Alright. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it's still sluggish, so I probably... okay. Well, it's not writing constantly to the drive, so I probably got it. Let's find out. Delete star.exe. Yep, it's gone. It's no longer filling up my desktop with crap. Look at that. Clean. Good to go. Alright, so. It's only 50 minutes. Is there something else I can do? I don't know. Is there something else that I can do? I mean, I could go get another machine out and investigate something. Could play Minesweeper. Show you my excellent cheat for Minesweeper. Way to win all the games. Does this have that on it? No, this doesn't have it on it. Drat. I don't have any of the games on here. Well, I don't have any of the games on here because I just installed minimal installs, so... that makes sense, but it limits the usefulness a little bit. I'm just going to shut it down anyway. I don't need it for anything else. So, yeah, because the idea is I'm going to be testing malware on it, and 90% of malware ends up breaking the operating system in some way, so I'll be reinstalling the OS all the time. No real point in customizing it. So I just didn't. I didn't install any of the drivers either. So, well, I have another solution to that problem. And I forgot to grab the tripod. Oh, actually, it's right here. In front of my face. Glorious. Alright. So, put this tripod back in place. what I do have access to are virtual machines, which is actually what I've been testing malware in before I got that system and fired it all up and all that. So this floppy drive is now in the way, so I gotta get it out of the way. Plug my hard drive back in. Remove this USB stick of malware. Turn that off, doesn't need to be on. I don't know what is up with this tripod, man. You know, you can't see 90% of what's going on. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I just bend it my way. Except now I can't see what I'm doing. Turn real-time protection back on. There's no reason for it to be off at this point. Find virtual PC. Play Minesweeper on that. Actually, you know what? What the hell am I doing? I have Minesweeper on here, I think. I have no idea. I don't see a games folder. There's a games folder. Nope, they're not installed. Oh, for crying out loud. Yep. Virtual PC. At least one virtual. Who cares? I don't know. Windows 98 Plus? Sure. This has got the Plus pack installed on it. What time is it? 3 o'clock almost. What else was this on? There's a solitaire on it too. You know, the physical computer boots up faster than the virtual machine, but it's kind of sad. Actually, it's more than just kind of sad. It's very sad. Look at this. No disk activity. It's just sitting here. What is this? Playing games. Wasted my time. Turn the sound off. Ooh, BOS. Might have to start that up and have a look at that too. That's the installer. Although I think if I remember right, it doesn't actually run in color mode, which is kind of annoying. Does this actually have the games installed? This doesn't have the games installed? Are you kidding me? No games on here either? You suck. Well, anyway, while it started, let's just go ahead and load BOS 5. Well, that's in color. Sort of. This isn't, though. Ah, yes, BOS. Graphics card on this machine is not supported by the BOS. Sure. This is a very different operating system. I wasn't really expecting to play around with it, so I don't really know what to say. For those of you that don't know, B Inc. originally came out with the B-Box, which is a multimedia machine, I believe, based on some kind of RISC processor. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was PowerPC. I don't think so, though. Eventually, they ported this to the Macintosh and then to Windows. But B ran into financial trouble and kind of disappeared. Oh, fun fact, Apple almost bought B and used the BOS as the basis of Mac OS X. Just imagine what would have happened if that actually went through instead of Apple buying Next. They may not still be around. Although, there's nothing wrong with BOS as an operating system. SCSI probe. I wonder what that would say on a system that has no SCSI devices. Sorry, there are no SCSI devices. Well, thank you for telling me. So there are a couple of things that this can do that other operating systems can't. I don't think this will work too well with the frame buffer driver. Well, that's working better than I thought it was going to. Teapot. Lights. Turn all the lights on. Well, all the lights are on. Well, that one's not. Let's turn the light on. Let there be more light. Turn on the perspective. Turn on all the things. Turn on the fog. It's still running at like 15-ish frames per second. Add a teapot. Oh, we could, like, probably add 1,000,000 of these things. Oh, yeah, that made it, like, terrible. 5, 4, 3. I just keep on going. Awesome. And you can have a lot of fun with this kind of stuff. Keep you away for hours and hours and hours. It's supposed to demonstrate, you know, the powerfulness of B graphics, but the only fun in that is just, oh, look at this, Minesweeper. That's unexpected. So now I can show you my cheat. Awesome. Look at this. Except I don't remember what the valid values are. Well, let's just set it to something ridiculous and see what it does. Yeah, that's not what I want. Let's go 300 by 300 maybe. That's a little better. You can see you basically get like the whole game like done all at once. Yeah, I need to make it smaller than that because it won't fit on the screen. What's a valid value that'll make this game? Let's go 50 by 50. I want it to fit on the screen. It still doesn't fit on the screen. Anyway, you get the point. You know, you basically win in one round, as you can see there. That's how you become the world's best Minesweeper player. Patented. Patent pending. The courts are slow. Alright, now what? Screensavers. What kind of screensavers do we have? Oh, it's just a fade screensaver. That's boring. Actually, no, it's not. Oh, look at this. Buy now! Yeah. Buy this now. Buy stock in my patents. That's not even a thing you can do. Flip. Well, the real question is why not? Icons. Which just pops up a bunch of BOS icons on the screen. I mean, flashing buy now on the screen is a great way to, you know, save the screen, you know, for CRT monitors. No burn-in. Lens. That's kind of boring. AKA nausea. Yeah, I don't know how that would cause nausea. Lizard. Or Lizard. Or something. Basically the same thing as Mystify in Windows. Almost. Message. Okay. It's a spirograph. I remember those things. I used to have one. I wonder what happened to it. Spot. Sounds like people are waking up. And probably gonna hear the shower come on here in a minute. String theme. Wow. Impressive. It'd be even more impressive if it was in color. Super string. Fade colors. Sure. You won't be able to see the colors, though, because it's in black and white. Grayscale. What was I doing again? I don't remember. Well, clearly it wasn't important. It's very particular about where you click on the screen, too. And of course, this mouse is overly sensitive. course, it's the operating system. Alright. So that's enough of this. Whoa! Are you gonna let me turn it off, or what? Shut down. It is now safe to turn off the computer. Well, let's do that. Just like that. Alright. How about something that has a little bit better resolution? What would have better resolution? A Windows 7 would. Windows XP certainly should. Oh, it's on the other monitor. So I can demonstrate my excellent Minesweeper skills. Maybe play a little bit of solitaire. I don't have anything to talk about, you know? This would be so much more interesting if I could actually talk about something, but I don't have anything to talk about. Virtual PC sucks. Well, that's not wrong. It really does. But it works. Games! Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, Pinball! Here's Minesweeper. So this should actually be easy to demo. Custom. It still doesn't tell me. Let's go 90 by 90. Yeah, here we go. As mentioned before, the only way to play solitaire. Get out of here. Solitaire. The only way to play. Shut up, computer. No one cares about you. Probably gonna hit the wrong one. I don't know which one of these it is. So let's just click on one and lose. Bam! Yeah, show you my hack and I lose on the first try. Gotta love it. Again, I'll probably hit the wrong one. Oh, there we go. So we win. Only have to press 3. Updates are ready for your computer. Nah, really? When's the last time I used it? Other than never. Turn off and delete changes every time. One move, you win. So that's how you play solitaire right there. I keep saying solitaire. That's how you play Minesweeper right there. Yeah, I think it's time to pack it up. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm having too much fun. Let's play some Pinball. I forgot that was included in Windows XP. It's even better with the sound. See? It's gonna play something. Aw, yeah. Alright, turn that off. I actually don't remember how to play the game. I forgot the controls. So let's try that again. I just remembered what I'm actually supposed to do. I'm supposed to push the space bar, not the up key. That triggers a tilt. And it's a problem. You're not supposed to do that. And I believe it's the Z key and that. Yeah, there we go. Having fun playing solitaire. And once again, I called it solitaire. I don't know what's wrong with me today. And the only way to play this is with the sound, man. I gotta turn the sound back on. Oh, for crying out loud. I used to be able to do this very well. Kind of loud. Watch me lose while I'm trying to adjust the sound. I wonder if this is, like, copyrighted in some way, and I'm gonna get the stream, like, taken down or something. I don't think so, because I've played it on YouTube videos before. It's just fine. 3D Malware Cadet. Yeah, this is... It's silently deleting all my files while I'm speaking. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody actually has made a piece of malware like that. You know, bundle it with the 3D pinball game. Yeah, you missed all the malware already. I've taken care of that. It wasn't very long, because there wasn't really much that's not destructive, so... 2 pieces of malware. That's it. Well, maybe we could look at it in the virtual machine. Because I have time. all the time in the world. Yeah, lots of noise. This is the best game to play at like 6 o'clock in the morning when everybody is trying to sleep, with the volume turned up all the way. And he who admits to having done that probably has a lot to speak for, or something. Probably shouldn't say anything about that. Live chat replay. Oh, I actually discovered something about the live chat replay. It is behind. You know, when you're watching a stream. Hey, they turned green, yay! I think you can get them green. First they're blue, and then they are... Yeah, lots of noise. They're green, they're blue, then they're green. And then they are yellow. And then after that, they're red. Woo, bonus! The one true wallpaper. Which I forgot I had on here, actually. Because I don't use this virtual machine for anything. Oh man. Hello there. High score! Okay, now what? Can I do something else? I want to play more of that. There's something I can talk about while I'm doing this. I have plans, actually, because I'm getting closer to it, for my 1,000 subscribers special, right through the middle. Yeah, of course. See, I have that HP 486 that I haven't done anything with, and long enough that it's been entirely way too long. I have a Sound Blaster, what is that thing, an AW32? 20% battery remaining. That could really cut this a little short, now couldn't it? What's the pause key? I don't remember what the pause key is. Well, it's going right down the middle anyway, so... I gotta charge this thing up. Alright. So... if I can find the charger... good luck with that. Yeah. I have no idea where it is. Really do need to get around to clearing the floor in this place. F3 is the pause key, yes. You know, you realize that right after you go and look at the menu... you know, I used to play that game so often that I knew the keys by heart, and it just goes to show you I don't have time for this stuff anymore. Too much work and not enough play. It really makes me a dull boy. Although my name is not Jack, so I guess there's one thing. Why is it that everything that I want... Okay, I lost a floppy disk. What else did I lose? I've lost a couple of things during this live stream. It's always the things that I want that I can't find. They're just gone. Poof. I don't know, is there like a black hole in here somewhere? Probably. Oh man, you can't even see anything I'm doing, which is not too bad. But by the time I find it, the thing's gonna die anyway. So I don't know what's going on here. All this stuff just goes to show you I don't care about cell phones. Because I don't. I really don't. I hate them. Oh, no, here's a charger. Let's just use this one. I'm sure it'll work. Famous last words. Not that I care. Because if the stream dies, the stream dies. I mean, I had fun, so I think we all had fun. So, unplug that. Get a cable. And plug in the cellular telephone. I probably could have just plugged it straight into the computer, although I think it would still die if I did that. Let's see here. Let's try and plug it into this. Oh, well, it fell over. I hope that it's... Oh, wow. Yeah, there's not a lot of range on this cord, is there? Really is not a lot of range on this plug. Ah, giving everybody vertigo. And then it falls out of my hand. Hello. Yeah, I will. You will work. Watch me. Close. Alright. Oh my gosh. Okay, hello again. Alright. So, giving this my best shot, breaking everything in the process. This is what goes into a video behind the scenes, pretty much. Except I can't edit it out. So, yeah, one thing goes wrong, and then it's just a cascade of failures. Everything goes wrong. I see the frame rate is taking a rather large dip. Hopefully that's not a sign. Well, it's actually probably a sign that this thing's overheating. Again, I hate cell phones for that very reason. I tend not to have very good... This still isn't going to work. Oh, wow, yeah. Everything breaks. Right when you don't want it to break. How am I going to do this? I could have just plugged it straight into the computer. That would have worked marvelously. It probably would have worked a little better. Yeah, screw it. I'm just plugging it into the computer. Don't care. Plugging it into the computer. If it dies, it dies. If it doesn't, well, it doesn't. So, yeah. Let me get back to our lovely game of 3D Pinball. Does anybody actually call it 3D Pinball? Allow this device to... Who cares? Remember my setting. I don't know why it doesn't do that. Alright, well now it's in focus. And... F3 to resume. Bam. Continue play. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, the HP 486. I'm going to, for my... Well, actually, I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to try and revive the Zenith 486. Maybe I'll do both. Who knows? I might do both. Probably be the HP though, because I know the HP works. The jury's still out on whether or not the Zenith does. I hope it does. Man. I almost forgot, when you move the paddles, those things at the top, the lights, they actually change. So that's how you get your scores there. Yay, refueled ship. I never really understood what any of that meant other than to give you points. Of course, it's just fun to listen to the noises. And it annoys people. It really does annoy people. It's kind of funny. Right down the middle. Oh, well, lucky me. Oh yeah, no, I think that HP 486 really deserves some love. Probably should put some programs on it and play around with it a little bit. Which I was going to do, and then I got busy with work, and it never happened. I don't know where all my Windows 3.1 software went. my DOS software, too. All just disappeared. Probably sold it. That'd be about my luck. I still have some of it. Not enough of it. Yay, high score. I swear I had more points than that. Well, let's play again. I have all this time, why not use it for something? So what else? Yep, screwed that up. That's my favorite noise of the entire game. And the green. Almost screwed that up, wow. Right down the middle. Ugh, so annoying. I don't know, I find I don't have a lot of patience for anything anymore, really. Which is too bad. You know, before it was my job, I used to really enjoy playing around with computers, but now I don't so much. I don't have the patience for it anymore. Now, if something doesn't work right out of the box, I get upset with it. Everything is okay, you know, the customer is satisfied in a certain period of time. You don't have, you know, if it's a hobby, you could take however long you want to fix something, because it doesn't matter. Nobody's caring about it. But in the field, something's not ready for the customer when they want it, they get upset with you. So you're on a time frame. I don't have patience for any of this stuff. You know, if it doesn't work, you just change it out and move on. But that doesn't bode well for a hobby, you know. It really just makes a man lose confidence in themselves. Okay, well, not really, but it just takes away the energy to work on these things. That's why I find I'm not working on computers nearly as often as I used to. I used to spend all kind of, you know, I'd come home from school in the afternoon at like 2:30 or whatever. That's a high score, are you kidding me? Anyway, I used to come home in the afternoon from school, you know, at 2:30 in the afternoon. Come home, first thing I do is get on the XT and play around with Windows 1.0 or whatever. It sounds less exciting than it really was. So, you know, or later on, get on the Pentium 120 machine and play 3D Pinball. Or later on, I had other machines which had fancier games. Like, anybody remember, what was that game called? 3D Marbles or something? I don't remember what it's called, actually. It's on the Plus Pack for Windows 98. I have a machine in here somewhere with the Plus Pack. I should go get that and one of these days play, like, 3D Marbles or something. I don't remember what the game's called. But I liked it. It was, you know, like that typical, you know, you match 3 in a row and they disappear. It was like that. It's one of those games. Yeah, those go back a long way. Yeah, we're playing another game of Pinball because I have time. But I miss those days, you know, when computer games were actually worth playing. You know, none of these stupid shoot-em-ups that... I don't like shoot-em-ups. I don't find they're very interesting. I don't like role-play games. I don't find they're very interesting. I mean, Super Mario World is cool, but, like, a lot of the SNES games I don't even like either. I'm not a gamer. You probably wouldn't be able to tell this by all this playing of pinball. It's a lot more fun to play on an actual pinball machine. Which I've also done. Of course, you don't get all the cool noises. At least not most of them. Some of them make noises. If you have them turned on. There, now it's yellow. Weapons upgraded. we need to refuel the ship. Because all those lights are out. Just like that. And that's how it's done. And... man... yeah, what was this? This started off as malware testing, and now it's turned into playing 3D pinball and talking about games. Oops. That's going to go right down the middle. Crash bonus, 2,500. Well, that doesn't give me a high score. I wonder if I could beat that high score. Probably not. Not on video, anyway. This will be the rest of my afternoon right here. But forget about all the stereo dust particle shows that are going on today. I'll just play this game all day. Okay, not really. So I'll probably get tired of it. Yeah, this used to be what I would do on computers. Or I used to go into, like, Microsoft PowerPoint and make, like, ridiculous... there are probably cheats for this game, but I don't care to use them because I like playing it valid. You know, just like playing the game. I don't play it for scores, I just play it so I can play it. So, well, I beat one high score at least. I think we'll go for one more round, and then I'm going to cut this off because I don't really have anything else to talk about. So, what else? Okay, I'm going to take that camcorder outside, upload a video. I made a video of that sharp adding machine, but, like, actually a good video on, like, the first one. Because the first time I had no idea what any of the functions did, because I didn't read the manual beforehand. And now I've read the manual, so I know everything that there is to know about it. Of course, I knew how to use it. I just didn't really understand all the functions, because I didn't use them. You don't have to. And the green again. I wonder if I could get them to turn red. Oh yeah. It'll sit there for a couple of times and it'll go through that. That's funny. I think I managed to get it to stay like that for a minute once. Come on. Ah, the good old days. You suck. Although as a kid, I used to get a lot more upset when stuff like that happened. And when I learned unprofessional language, oh, wow, there was not a swear word in the dictionary that wasn't used. Okay, yeah, I will admit to being a little bit, competitive. But that's alright. I think everybody's like that. When they get really into something. At least I don't break anything. Bastard. Now there's the unprofessional language. Well, that's incredibly less unprofessional than some of the languages I've used. It's gonna go right down the middle. You suck. I hate you. Okay, well, that's it for that. I don't have anything else to talk to you about. So, I don't know what's going on after this. There's lots of things you can do on the YouTubes. I've got videos to edit. Probably continue playing this 3D pinball game. See if I can beat my high score of like 1.8 million. Which actually is not my high score. I've got rather high. think I've got like almost 3 million or something before. I should go look at some of these machines and see what the high scores on them are. So I play this game a lot. You couldn't already tell. It's one of the only computer games I've ever actually really gone into, so. It's been 90 minutes. I don't have anything else for... Oh, right. I know what I was going to do. So, we'll save the state on that so I can play that again. Let's actually demonstrate some piece of malware for the people who were not here before or while I was doing that. My personal favorite... I'll turn that on because I have to. We'll do the incredibly safe thing of turning off our malware protection. So I can plug in my USB stick of malware. I'll find the virtual machine that I use. Bring it over here to where you can see it. And we'll test something. Except because this is a virtual machine, I can test something destructive. So, let's test something destructive. USB disk I. Let's find melting screen. That's another one of my personal favorites. Yeah, everybody disappears as soon as I bring the malware out, because nobody cares. Oh, well, I don't know. I guess a lot of people aren't really interested in that kind of thing anyway. Once the game's over, and that's it. I'm out of here. See if I can find it. Make sure I don't run something by accident. Yeah, I had 6 people. It's now down to 3. That's okay. I think most of them are probably going to bed. They've had enough of this garbage for one day. Finding it manually. Lovegate. Mimel. So it'll be up here somewhere. Menger. So it's before that. But how far before that? Menace. There it is. Go ahead and copy that over. Close this. Get rid of our shared folder. Go ahead and rename it. Get a lovely snowflake. Let's actually, because it will actually send the emails, let's go ahead and run it. Runtime error, blah, blah, blah. Outlook doesn't recognize one or more names. I think that's actually a valid error message, but anyway. Well, it probably actually crashed. Probably didn't work. Oh, look at this bullcrap inbox. That's funny. I don't know why I did that. Let's see if it actually is doing its job. Somehow or another, I don't think so. I think it crashed. Well, there it is. So yeah, it did drop itself. So we go ahead and run this. Run it again, it does nothing. Just keep running it. Runtime error 75, path file access error. So what this is doing is it is renaming executables in the Windows directory to .bin files. I'm not sure if you could see that. And then taking the name for itself. So you can see that there's snowflakes now everywhere. Control.exe is now snowflake. But the other thing that this is doing is it is cross-linking all of these executables to run random programs. So if you go to run control, well, you don't get control, you get a thing there. I don't know what that was. We try to run it again, it does nothing. Run it again, we get notepad. So good luck trying to use your computer while this is going on. Now we get the Registry Editor. So that's a very cool Sure, take a backup of the registry, why not? Eventually, what this does is it triggers the payload. Welcome to Windows 98. M386 opens up Windows Help. Would you like to auto-archive your old items? No. Dr. Watson opens up WinInit. Windows 98. Thank you for telling me. Drive converter. Paint. Yeah, so it's real fun trying to use your computer while this is going on. Excellent artwork right there. Sound recorder. WordPad. I wanted to trigger the payload. Why is it not triggering the payload? Phone dialer. I don't care. Get out of here. Fine. 111. 1111111. Who cares? Image preview. Run DLL does nothing. Clean manager, Windows scripting host. ASD, protman. FTP. Yes, terminate the program. If we have a look, we could see that there are now snowflakes all over the place in here. Look at that. They're everywhere. Telnet. WScript, ipconfig. NBTstat. I think every once in a while, one of these is going to run the payload. I want it to run the payload. There it goes. Look at that. So there's your screensaver. Check out how beautiful that is. There actually is a screensaver in Windows 3.0 with multimedia extensions. It's fairly similar to that. I wonder if I still have Windows 3.0 multimedia extensions here. Yes, I do. So while that's melting our screen over there, you go ahead to this. I think I have to run it in standard mode. And we can find our screensavers. Melt/slime screen. Not quite the same, but similar effect. Of course, this obviously over here looks quite a bit cooler. What does slime do? Oh, green. That's boring. We could sort of emulate it, I think. If we set it down to 1 and leave it at 10. Kind of sort of emulate it. Anyway, well, you get the picture. So if we go back in over here on this thing, we could see that, well, we can't really do much with this now, can we? No. Oops. I want right alt delete. We can end it. Then I guess when we run another one of these, it just starts the whole thing all over again. So we could go ahead and reboot the machine, which will probably start the payload. Maybe we will not be able to reboot the machine. Well, here's a way to reboot it. Probably kill Windows 98 in the process because it's such a wonderful operating system. There's scan disk, like that'll do anything. Probably make the system worse. There's very little love between me and Windows 98. I didn't like it back when I first started using it, and I don't like it now. I always thought that Windows 95 was better, more well thought out. And there's the payload. You just barely see it there. There's like 4 copies of it running. I don't know which one's the one that's doing the payload, though. So yeah, it cross-links itself to run all these applications. And every time you run it, you get the payload out of it. So anyway, there you go. That's it for that. Very cool little email worm there. Hey. So we can reverse all that damage just by turning it off and deleting all the changes. Just like that. I don't really need this anymore, so we can turn that off and delete the changes. Disconnect all of that junk. Get out of virtual PC. Turn our real-time protection back on. Thank you for tuning in if you watch it live. Thank you for watching if you're watching it after the fact. Apparently the live chat replay thing happens. I don't know how to turn that off, so I guess there's one thing. I don't know if you can even turn it off. I guess I'd have to do that before the thing starts. But this application has no idea what that is. It's very basic in what it can do, but I mean, that's alright. I mean, I got all these effects. I guess I could turn effects on. The bubbles. Which really ruins the frame rate, so forget that. I'm not a big fan of all that hipster junk anyway. Are you sure you want to stop? Yeah, I'm sure I want to stop. That's why I hit stop in the first place.